Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for supporting this channel. I hope you had a good day. I decided to take a 2 days break yesterday and better part of today. Of course, sometimes you need to freshen up and re-strategize and rethink. Yes, so I am back here after the stormy Nairobi video. By the way, I have just realized one thing, that there is a secret card that the president was seeing that no one else was seeing. And Igade is not only going to, it was not only picked on merit, but even if you look at the way the scenarios were playing out, the best decision was to pick Igade, because if Jubilee would have come with Ngatia, I don't think even Team Wanyonyi and the rest of that team would have agreed to step down for Ngatia, because they would have felt like we've been campaigning with Ngatia all along, and of course they compare themselves, the popularity to that of Ngatia. So that was one. But again, it will be very interesting, because yesterday, remember the time Raila was giving the press briefing in KICC, Team Wanyonyi had even refused to step down. And the deal was that he was to step down so that ODM will take the Senate. And Sifuna made a call to Fred Gumo and Moses Masika Wetangula, the senior Wetangula. And I was told, team is incapacitated, so team doesn't work. So they called the team when team was seated there, and that's why you see there was that pressure. And Fred Gumo, I am told Wetangula called, they talked for some few minutes. Then Fred Gumo also called, they talked with the team, and they agreed that he was going to step down. So we are going to see how that we're going to play out, but I'm not here to, I didn't want to delve more on that. I want us to look at Francis Kimemia and Cecily Kariuki. Francis Kimemia is Nyandarua governor, and he's facing some competition from Cecily Kariuki for the Jubilee ticket, to fly the Jubilee ticket in the Nairobi governor race. I tend to think that before Cecily Kariuki resigned from the cabinet, she might have had a sit down with the president, and actually she said that the president had given her the nod to go and seek the Nyandarua governor seat. But also interestingly, majority of, I think, all the members of cabinet from central Kenya decided to stick with the president, and Cecily Kariuki is the only one that resigned to go and seek an elective seat. To some point, maybe that did not sit well with the president. When she left, she's been campaigning in Nyandarua, and she rejuvenated the Jubilee, she gave the Jubilee vibrance in Nyandarua. I think Francis Kimemia was just sitting pretty comfortable, waiting to be handed the ticket so that he could hit the road. And now the truth has dawned, because yesterday on Friday, there was a drama at Jubilee headquarters. Francis Kimemia was supposed to be given the ticket, the Jubilee ticket, so that Cecily Kariuki will be handed the Senate ticket so that she vies for the Senate. And just some few moments to 11, actually Francis Kimemia had camped at Jubilee headquarters with his ministers of cabinet secretaries in his government, and they were camping there for that ticket. But some few minutes before that ticket, or before his name was called, Cecily Kariuki stormed Jubilee headquarters, and they went directly to the boardroom where Kanini Kega and the Jubilee Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni held a closed-door meeting, but she could not agree to be given that Senate ticket. No, and according to what we are actually gathering is, it seems she was agitated because when she was going there, she had that sense of entitlement. She was very sure that she was going to be given that ticket. But I think somewhere the president changed his mind. So it took the intervention of Kanini Kega to say that, look here, because they are mourning the late President Mwai Kibaki, the president is still busy, and after the burial, after Kibaki's burial, the president is going to look into the matter. And I have to mention here that I think President Uhuru Kenyatta, people are saying that he does not have a stake on the next government, but he seems to be the most busiest of all. After now fixing Nairobi, he has another chance now to look at what happens in Nyandarua. Very interesting scenarios playing there. In my understanding, because I was not there the very day I was participating in ODM nominations, because I am a member of ODM, actually a life member. So I was participating in the nominations in some few polling stations. I visited some few polling stations, so I did not capture it. But what we captured is that she was saying that the president betrayed her, because the president allowed her to leave so that she could go and seek the Senate. So ladies and gentlemen, in this video I want us to look at what would have pushed President Uhuru Kenyatta to change his mind so that he will give Francis Kimemia that ticket. Remember, in this channel I had analyzed that Francis Kimemia was also being approached by Deputy President William Ruto to be given the UDA ticket in Nyandarua. So there was a bit of that going on, but as of the time they were doing nominations, it also emerged that I think that they did not see the light of the day. And Francis Kimemia, perhaps the president was allowing Cecily to take charge because he was also feeling like Kimemia would go to the UDA side, but he didn't go there. Francis Kimemia is not a pushover, because remember, during the BBI process, he was amongst the Central Kenya governors that was just at the center of the BBI. What do you think went wrong? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this video and you have not yet subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe. We're heading to 17,000. I'll be so glad if you reach 17. And also click the notification bell so that when we publish a video, you'll be notified. Number one thing I also feel is Uhuru Kenyatta maybe was not happy by the fact that Cecily Kariuki decided to leave government. Because to what, and if you are in the shoes of the president, everyone else can leave. But a situation where a Central Kenya, a leader that he entrusted from Central Kenya, is leaving him in government to go back there, that it seems like absconding duties. And if you want to know that this is not a light matter, is the president never replaced the ones that left. In fact, what he did, there was just a bit of that multitasking. Some few ministries were given to cabinet secretaries are now taking charge of more than one ministries. So he did not. And I think he assured the members of the cabinet that decided to stick with him that he is going to take care of their interest in the next government if Azimio La Umoja forms the government. That would be number one. Number two, the president will still want to keep Francis Kimemia in his circles. And that is why he does not want, he still wants to work with Kimemia. The reason why would be because Kimemia is a key player in deep state. Before Kimemia became governor in 2017, because that was his first term, when he goes in the second governor, it's going to be his second term, he was a key player in this Kenyan political space, and he was rumored to be one of the leaders. And I think in K24 interview he mentioned about what exactly he understands by the deep state. So, but again, let's look at it in this way. Francis Kimemia is an incumbent and he's enjoying incumbency. So between going to pick someone like Cecily Kariuki, who is going to start campaigns from the scratch and building from the scratch, it will be very easy for him to work with an incumbent, because it is very easy for the incumbent candidate to win. And the president has the intelligence of NIS. And that is what, by the way, that is what is helping Uhuru Kenyatta to be the chess master. in this politics. His chase is the NIS, because amongst all these aspirants or these candidates, Uhuru just request, please this week tell me what about Nyandarua, tell me who can win Nairobi, tell me what I can do this. Then when he gets this feed, he makes an informed decision based on data. The only person that is using data in this politics is President Uhuru Kenyatta. That is something you cannot take away from him. So he has maybe had that intel that Kimemia is likely to win that seat facing off with the UDA candidates. And that is why they are now asking her to go for Senate. But then, remember in central Kenya, there have also been this narrative of kupangwa pangwa. And when deputy president was trying to fishing for candidates, he decided to align the candidates depending on whoever he wants to be where. And to some extent, that did not sit well with central Kenya voters. So what Uhuru is doing is he wants to refrain from the narrative that he's trying to impose Cecily Kariuki. Because if you look at Cecily Kariuki and Kimemia, who has helped the party, who has worked with the party, these governors give a stipend to the party. There is what is deducted that goes to the Jubilee party, and this is a party candidate. So if you just give the ticket to an incumbent, it's more likely than if you just take someone from cabinet, because what the competitors of Jubilee or rather what the UDA candidates are going to say is the president is the person that told Cecily Kariuki to leave cabinet so that she could go there to be given a seat. But lastly, there is something that you also give keen interest. Nyandarua is the home to the Secretary General of Jubilee, Jeremiah Kioni, the Ndaragu MP. Nyandarua is the home to the majority leader of the Jubilee government, that is Amos Kimunya Kipiripiri MP. Amos Kimunya had ditched Kimemia and was more inclined towards Cecily Kariuki, and that's why I tell you that being in as a majority leader, and suddenly when the CS went down there, he went there now started supporting CS. That tells you that of course there was a game plan that was here, but it could be that the Jubilee headquarters, or rather the Nyandarua politicians that are working at Jubilee, like Jeremiah Kioni or Amos Kimunya, have interest to vie for governor seat in Nyandarua in 2027. So what is easy for them is to give the ticket to this incumbent so that maybe he serves another term. In 2027, he might not have interest and is likely to leave. So he's maybe giving them a deal. Because we are now sitting, we now have your certificate. We want to give you a certificate. We hope you win the seat so that in 2027 he exits the stage. Unlike if Cecily Kariuki is given that ticket and she wins it through Jubilee, most likely in 2027 she's going to seek re-election. So that is going to complicate any political ambition of maybe Amos Kimunya or the Secretary General of Jubilee, Jeremiah Kioni. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think is playing out there? And let's keep talking. And about Nairobi, tuache kidogo. Asanteni sana.